Oceans cover 71% of the Earth's surface and contain 97% of all our water. But most of us take them for granted. We see them at the surface, but we don't think about what lies beneath. That's our mission with Project Baseline, to document what's underneath the surface of the ocean and to tell the world how it's changing. With this mission, we've joined a conservation organization called the Nekton Foundation, who's just recently formed itself with the goal to establish baseline conditions in several different environments around the world to develop what they're calling an index for ocean health. We're here in Bermuda for a couple of reasons. One is it's an auspicious place to get a start for a deep ocean survey, because Bermuda was the site of some of the very first historical dives in submersibles into the ocean, into the deep ocean. But also from a scientific perspective, it's an area of transitions. So it's on the transition between the Sargasso Sea and the Gulf Stream and the Atlantic Ocean, and it's also essentially it's the top of a volcano. It's a seamount. And so you have this ability to see the transition from the deep marine environment, some 10,000 feet deep, all the way up to, of course, above sea level. And that's what we're here to do, is survey the portion of that seamount from 1,000 feet deep with the submersibles all the way up to shore, basically, with our dive teams.
The dive teams from Global Underwater Explorers are a critical part of our scientific work with the XL Catlin Deep Ocean Survey. Their ability to operate down to 90 meters, they're extraordinary technical divers. But the equipment which they have, they're carrying CTDs so they can measure the conductivity and the temperature and the depth of the water, and also take water samples. They've also got extraordinary mobility, a lot greater mobility than the submersibles have. So their ability to be able to operate effectively and efficiently at those extraordinary depths is extraordinary. And it's our ability to be able to combine the work which they're doing, those divers are operating at those critical extremes of what is possible in the ocean, and combining that with these extraordinary submersibles that enable us to get this bigger picture of the health of the ocean around Bermuda.
So we've got many different moving parts here today. We've got the sub-team, we've got 2 diver teams, we've got video objectives, we've got science objectives, and we managed to put that all together into one piece. What's really cool is that's happening in mid-water, all the way down to 90, 100 meters. So we've got 2 subs meeting together with 2 video teams and a lighting diver, and then we're coming down to 95-ish meters, and we're meeting with 2 divers collecting data scientifically on the bottom. So this is incredible amount of complexity to mesh together and make it all happen in one go.
On this mission, we're using CCR for all of our deep diving. And this is really important because we use very little gas per dive. So right now, even filling the CCRs, it's taking us about 3 to 4 hours a day to refill. If we were using another method that used more gas each day, this would be an overnight procedure. We'd need more people, and we don't have enough space on the ship for more people. So in order for us to self-support in a small dive team of 6 and dive 3 divers to up to 300 feet, 90 meters each day, we need this tool to keep our logistics realistic.
Project Baseline is our mission, but GUE is the organization that put the divers on this ship. So our training really shows right now. Alex Rogers, the principal investigator, told one of the divers that this is the most professional group of divers he's ever seen in his scientific history, you know, his life of scientific diving. And I think that, you know, I'm really proud of that. That's because of all the hard work that our instructors are doing around the world to teach people how to dive. It's the shake hands and go diving, and that's not only are we shaking hands and going diving, but we're shaking hands, we're going diving, and we're bringing back data that's going to help to change the world.
Well, for our research, the GUE divers are doing a number of different things. The first task, probably the most important to us, is that they're undertaking surveys of the fish communities and the benthic communities, that is the animals and algae living on the seabed, using stereo video and normal video for the seabed.
The advantage of having both GUE technical divers as well as submersibles in the water is that we can cover a wide range of depths. So the submersibles are able to go a little bit deeper than our tech divers, all the way down to 300 meters, whereas the tech divers are limited to about 100 meters maximum. However, our GUE divers are a huge resource to us because they actually have a lot more agility than the submersibles do. So I can have them take a sample really close to a coral community or really close to more of an algal community, and they can pick and choose a lot easier than our claw on the submersible is capable of doing.
The oceans are changing very rapidly, so you know, it's important to get baselines because of the speed of change in the oceans. It may be that in 10 years' time we want to take another look at this exact locality and understand, you know, how the coral covers changed, whether there are differences in the fishing communities, all as a result of generally human activities.
You know, we had the scientists in the submersible at 300 or 400 or 450 feet deep. And there was a diver right on the other side of that window. And at that moment, you know, you put the hands on the plexiglass, there's like 10 to 12 atmospheres of differential pressure between the two of them. But the scientists can say, oh my God, look at that, that's really interesting. And the diver just walks right over and picks it up and holds it right in front of them and says, is this what you want to see? And then they can go, oh yeah, that's crazy valuable, you know? Think about how much effort it would have taken for the sub to just simply go over and pick that up. That's like the whole mission. Just to go, the sub, to manipulate itself over there and pick up that one thing. That's like, hey, we're done. But for the diver, it's like, oh, you want that? Okay, here it is. That one? No, not that one. This one? Oh, that one? Is that one the right one? There's a lot that needs to be done in the real deep ocean. There's a lot that needs to be done in the moderately deep ocean. There's also a lot that needs to be done in the realm that we can touch as divers, which is actually, with GUE, it's pretty freaking big. You know, the standard diver is only going to get to 100 feet. And we can go to 450 feet, or, you know, some of us probably might even say they could go even deeper. So, you know, we can do it, and we can do it safely, and we can do it every day.